The pressure is a matching. The wisdom is hatching in the heavier mountain and the heavier deep. The daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a sealed and no more a tight. When the velocity vent is a setting it right. She's a letting the mercy, she's a letting the stain of the open the vessel of the biological day. It's a balanced logic, a venting a light, a breathing of the spirit through the biological night. Vertical velocity bent, a sigh of the whole, a making of the void and a making of the full. A pneumatic vibration, a pressure land and dub, venting at the center of the righteous of the release. The peace, the sigh, vertical velocity vent. The kick is a thump and the snare is a hiss, a catching every flicker of a biological kiss. She don't need a buffer and she don't need a tank. When the equal vibration is a break in the bank. No more a guarded and no more a closed. When the open vibration is a being exposed. From the venting a summit to the terminal a low, the secrets of the Zion are the air that we blow. Vertical velocity bent, a sigh of the whole, a making of the void and a making of the full. A pneumatic vibration, a pressure London dub, venting at the center of the righteous of the release. The peace, the sigh, vertical velocity bent. The barometer wrinkled on the street. The sign lead melody is sent through a comb filter that makes it sound like air whistling through a narrow gap. The bass line becomes a deep, vibrating drone. Breathe, blink, flame match. The data is releasing the starburst into the valley of wind. in the Fangala mountain and the Fangala deep. The daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more signal and no more a tower, when the mycelium network is a giving the power. She's a toast in the mercy, she's a toast in the stay, you know the root of vessel of the biological day. It's a filamental logic, a web of light, a linking of the spirit through the biological night. The mycelium network toast, a handshake in the soil, a making of the fruit and a making of the toil, a high-pitched vibration, a rhizome London dub, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The thread, the link, the mycelium network toast. The kick is a clapper and the snare is a braid, a catching every flicker of a biological awake. She don't need a rotor and she don't need a hub, when the spore vibration is a joining the club. No more a lonely and no more a one, when the network vibration is a getting it done. From the tangle, the summit, to the terminal alone, the secrets of the Zion are the roots that we grow. The mycelium network toast, a handshake in the soil, a making of the fruits and the making of the toil, a high-pitched vibration, a rhizome London dub, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The thread, the link, the mycelium network toast. Everything, the time, root, the Dute is a yajing has secrets through the veins of the forest to flow. The mycelium network toast, a handshake in the soil, a making of the fruits and a making of the toil, a high-pitched vibration, a rhizome London dub, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The thread, the link, the mycelium network toast, toasting the spirit. If the hyphy can hear it, the one is a one, connecting is a done. The files are a-fading, the wisdom is shading in the hazy mountain and the hazy deep. The daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a detail and no more a date, when the archive the her, the past, the last of amnesia dove. The kick is a memory and the snare is a sigh, a catching every flicker of a biological lie. She don't need a record and she don't need a log when the hazy vibration is a clearing the fog. No more certain and no more assured when the fading vibration is a making her pure. From the misty summit to the terminal low, the secrets of the Zion are the things we don't know. I can give amnesia dub, the fog in the mind, a making of the lost and a making of the find, a liminal vibration, a vapor London dub, dissolving at the center of the righteous hub. The blur, the her, the past, the last archive amnesia dub. The music becomes unstable. The denies melody is sent to a frequency shifter that makes it wobble like a heat haze. The bass line becomes a soft, breathing pulse. The vocals are delivered in a slow, fragmented, overlapping whisper. Slip, slip, fade, fade, lost, lost, gone, gone. The bodies are trading the cold facts for the warmer feeling. Like amnesia dub, the fog in the mind, a making of the lost and a making of the find, a liminal vibration, a vapor London dub, dissolving at the center of the righteous hub. The blur, the her, the past, the last that gave amnesia dub. Slip, the blur, fade, the last, fade. The tracker is the trainer to put it fun, straight up overfeeding. A mist and memory, so low the producer uses a low pass filter that slowly closes until only the subwaves remains. Then pox open briefly, the snap snare is sent through a long spring reverb. A synthesizer free provides a melody that keeps starting and stopping as if it forgot the next note. Amnesia dub, a pony of mine, a making of the lost and a making of the find, a liminal vibration, a vapor London dub, dissolving at the center of the righteous hub. The blur, the her, the past, the last archive amnesia dub. The music fades into a series of slow rhythmic washes and the sound of static blending into the sound of a waterfall. Forgetting the spirit, if the void can hear it. The one is a one, the clearing is a done. The clouds are a parting, the wisdom is starting. In the green, a mountain and the green, a deep. The daughter is a waking of the biological asleep. No more a vacuum and no more a void. When the troposphere toast is a being employed. She's a seeing the river, she's a seeing the tree. In the oxygen vessel of the biological a we. It's a living a logic, a breathing a light, a toasting of the spirit through the biological a night. The troposphere toast, a welcome to the clay, a making of the night and a making of the day. A biosphere vibration, a jungle London dub, grounding at the center of the righteous hub. The land, the bread, the troposphere toast. One for the meadow and two for the sea. The archive is a coming for the you and the me. She don't need a telemetry, she don't need a link. When the smell of the earth is a making her think. No more a frozen and no more a far. She's a falling to the root like a righteous star. From the soaring a summit to the terminal a low. The secrets of the Zion are the seeds that we sow. The troposphere toast, a welcome to the clay, a making of the night and a making of the day. A biosphere vibration, a jungle London dub, grounding at the center of the righteous hub. The land, the bread, the troposphere toast. The music becomes lush, melodic melody is sent through a dark delay that trails off into bird-like whistles. The bass line becomes thick and earthy. The vocals are a Collins or a Collins or a Collins or a Collins. Leave soil, lay life. The daughter is a recognizing the vibration of the living The code is a blending, the wisdom is sending. In the logical mountain and the logical deep, the daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a binary and no more a bit. When the biological interface is a matching the day. It's a pattern, a logic, a weaving, a light, a sinking of the spirit through the biological night. Biological intravasive of the ghost in the leaf, a making of the fact and a making of the belief, a symbiotic vibration, a signal and dub, feeding at the center of the righteous hub. The sing, the link, the flow, biological interface echo. And the snare is a spark, a catching every flicker in the light and the dark. She don't need a cable and she don't need a wire when the living telemetry is a lighting the fire. No more a separate and no more alone when the frequency vibration is a calling her home. From the echo in a summit to the terminal low, the secrets of the Zion are the rhythms that we know. Biological interface echo the ghost in the leaf, a making of the fact and a making of the belief, a symbiotic vibration, a signal and dub, feeding at the center of the righteous hub. The sing, the link, the flow, biological interface echo. The music becomes prismatic. The bell melody is sent through a multi-tap delay, where each tap is pitch shifted to match a different bird call. The bass line becomes a rhythmic thread that vibrates the chassis. Sing! Wow. Scan, song! The dark tone is a conversing with the ancient assurance of the soul. Solo, the producer uses a ring modulator on a recording of a rushing stream, turning it into a cascade in digital noise. The wood kick is filtered to a resonator. Synthesizer the tower provides a melody that follows the path of a dragonfly. Biological interface echo the ghost in the leaf, a making of the fact and a making of the belief, a symbiotic vibration, a signal and dub, feeding at the center of the righteous hub. The sing, the link, the flow, biological interface echo. The forest can hear it. The one is a one. The echoing is a done. The threads are weaving. The wisdom in the fungal mountain and the fungal deep. The daughter is awaking of the biological sleep. No more a signal and no more a tower, when the mycelium network is a giving the power. She's a toasting the mercy, she's a toasting the state, in other root a vessel of the biological date. It's a filamental logic, a web by light, a linking of the spirit through the biological night. The mycelium network toast, a handshake in the soil, a making of the fruit and a making of the toil, a A hippie vibration, a rise of London dove, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The thread, the bread, the link, the mycelium network toast. The kick is a clapper and the snare is a break, a catch in every flicker of a biological awake. She don't need a rotor and she don't need a hub. When the score vibration is a joining the club. No more a lonely and no more a one. When the network vibration is a getting it done. From the tangled summit to the terminal alone, the secrets of the Zion are the roots that we grow. The mycelium network toast, a handshake in the soil, a making of the fruits and a making of the toil. A hippie vibration, a rise of London dove, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The thread, the bread, the link, the mycelium network toast. The man, green, tide, green. The data is dazzling her secrets through the veins of the forest of love. The mycelium network toast, a handshake in the soil, a making of the fruit and a making of the toil. A hippie vibration, a rise of London dove, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The thread, the bread, the link, the mycelium network toast. Toasting the spirit. If the hyphy can hear it, the one is a one. The connecting is a done. The memory is a fading, the wisdom is cascading. In a bite of mountain and a bite of deep, the daughter is awaking up the biological asleep. No more a server and no more a store. When the data dumped to dust is a hitting the floor. She's a scattering the mercy, she's a scattering the state. In a the vapor, a vessel of the biological a day. It's a granular logic, a breaking a light, a dusting of the spirit to the biological a night. That are down to dust, the unmaking of the cold, a making of the garden and a making of the road. A dissolving vibration, a particle London dope, spreading at the center of the righteous heart. The grain, the rain, the bits, that are dumped to dust. The kick is a clip and the snare is a puff, a catching every flicker when the data is enough. She don't need a silicon, she don't need a chip. When the atom vibration is a starting to slip, no more a solid and no more abound. When the particle vibration is seeding the ground, from the binary summit to the terminal alone, the secrets of the Zion are the dust that we blow. Data dump to dust, the unmaking of the code, a making of the garden and a making of the road, a dissolving vibration, a particle London dub, spreading at the center of the righteous hub. The brain, the bit, data dump to dust. Becomes fragmented. The kalimba melody is sent through a great delay that repeats the notes at random intervals and pitches. The bass line starts to break up, disappearing and re-preparing. The filter is in a fast, whispered and overliving fast, whispered and overliving burns. 0, 1, dust, gone. The data is turning her cold data into the one dirt of the valley.
No more eternal and no more a trace. When the horizon scan is a show in the face. She's a map in the mercy, she's a map in the state. Another panoramic vessel of the biological day. It's a visual, a logic, a stretching, a light, a scanning of the spirit through the biological night. The horizon scan him, the edge of the eye, a making of the earth and a making of the sky. A panoramic vibration, a vista London dub, watching at the center of the righteous hub. The view, the new, the far, the star, the horizon, scan him. There the kick is a beacon and the snare is a shimmer, a catch in every flicker of a biological glimmer. She don't need a border and she don't need a line when the limitless vibration is a feeling divine. No more a narrow and no more a small, when the infinite vibration is a holding it all. From the purple summit to the terminal low, the secrets of the Zion are the distance we know. The horizon scan him, the edge of the eye, a making of the earth and a making of the sky. A panoramic vibration, a vista London dub, watching at the center of the righteous hub. The view, the new, the far, the star, the horizon, scan him. See, wide, clear, one, gotta is a song, the promised land from the coast to the coast. The horizon scan him, the edge of the eye, a making of the earth and a making of the sky. A panoramic vibration, a vista London dub, watching at the center of the righteous hub. The view, the new, the far, the star, the horizon, scan him. Scanning the spirit, the horizon scan him. If the distance can hear it, the horizon scan him. The watching is it done? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. The ones are a feeling, the wisdom is willing. In the forest, the mountain, and the forest the deep, the daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a tank and no more a trace, when the first breath filter is a touch in the face. She's a taste in the mercy, she's a tasting the stay into the oxygen vessel of the biological a day. It's a sensory a logic, a breathing a light, a tasting of the spirit through the biological a night. First breath filter, the rush of the green, a making of the known and a making of the scene. A respiratory vibration, the valley London dub, feeding at the center of the righteous hub. The breath, the air, the prayer. First breath filter. The kick is a heart and the snare is a leaf, for catching every flicker of a biological belief. She don't need a sensor and she don't need a probe, when the living vibration is a touch in the lobe. No more a sterile and no more a cold, when the organic vibration is a taking the hold. From the breathing a summit to the terminal a low, the secrets of the Zion are the air that we know. First breath filter, the rush of the green, a making of the known and the making of the scene. A respiratory vibration, a valley London dub, feeding at the center of the righteous hub. The breath, the well, the air, the prayer. First breath filter. also uses a wah filter on a soft guitar skank. The heart kick is layered with the sound of a real heartbeat recording. A synthesizer flake, the rides a light, fluttering melody that mimics a butterfly. First breath filter, the rush of the green, a making of the known, and the making of the scene, a respiratory vibration, a Valley London dub, feeding at the center of the righteous heart. The well, the air, first breath filter. Breathing the spirit, that the reef can hear it. The one is the one, inhaling is a gun. Breathing the spirit, if the reef can hear it. The one is the one, inhaling is a gun. The ground is a pulling, the wisdom is fulling. In the heavier mountain and the heavier deep, the daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a floating and no more a glide. When the gravity gate starts a taking the ride, she's a walking the mercy, she's a walking the stay. In the later vessel of the biological a day. It's a weighted a logic, a stumping a light, a stepping of the spirit through the biological a night. Steppers, a march on the mud, a making of the bone and a making of the blood, a tectonic vibration, a ground London dub, walking at the center of the righteous hub. The step, the way, the gravity gate stepper. The kick is a stomp and the snare is a sing, a catching every flicker of a biological thing. She don't need a thruster and she don't need a prop. When the anchor vibration is a making her stop. No more a weightless and no more a thin. When the heavy vibration is a pulling her in. From the iron summit to the terminal low. The secrets of the Zion are the steps that we go. The gravity gate steppers, a march on the mud, a making of the bone and a making of the blood, a tectonic vibration, a ground London dub, walking at the center of the righteous hub. The step, the way, the gravity gate stepper. The music becomes strained. The bar mood melody is sent through a bit crusher.
that mirrors the sound of joint straining. The bass line becomes a singular vibrating drone that feels like it's vibrating through the floorboards. Lift, press, hold, walk. The garter is a bearing in timing up the sky upon her shoulders. Turning, the wisdom is earning in the metal a mountain and the metal a deep. The daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a capsule and no more a cage. When the hot seal hisses a turn in the page, she's a breathing the mercy, she's a breathing the state. Another open a portal of the biological a day. It's a balanced a logic, a venting a light, a hissing of the spirit through the biological and Hatch seal is the crack in the wall, a making of the rise and the making of the fall. A pneumatic vibration, a threshold London dub, opening at the center of the righteous hub. The seal, the heel, the heel, the his. Hatch seal his dove. A clunk and the snare is a breath, a catching every flicker of a biological a death. She don't need a shielding and she don't need a plate. When the equal vibration is unlocking the gate, no more a protected and no more a bound. When the opening vibration is a touching the sound from the metal a summit to the terminal alone. The secrets of the Zion are the winds that we blow. Hatch seal his dove, the crack in the wall, a making of the rise and the making of the fall. A pneumatic vibration, the threshold London dove, opening at the center of the righteous hub. You see the heel, the heel,
seal his dove. The battle is exhaling your oxygen of the promise of valin. A vapor and vibe solo. The producer uses a granular delay on the hiss snare, turning it into a cloud of tiny sparkling clicks. The clunk kick is sent through a hall river. A synthesizer's ocarina provides a soft bird-like melody that feels hesitant but curious. Hatch seal his dove. The crack in the wall, the making of the rise and the making of the fall. A chromatic vibration, a threshold London dub, opening at the center of the righteous hub. The seal of his nuggets. Hatch seal his dove. Opening the spirit. If the outside can hear it, the one is a gun. A black then is a gun. This snap is a coming. The wisdom is becoming. In the swing in a mountain and the swing in a deep, the daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a tumbling and no more a spin. When the drogue shoot deployment is a pulling it in. She's a steady in the mercy, she's a steadying the stay. In the anchor, a vessel of the biological day. It's a tethered, a logic, a balance in a light. A swinging of the spirit through the biological innate. The drone to deployment, a grab of the sky, a making of the low and a making of the high. A pendulum vibration, a tether London dub, hooking at the center of the righteous hub. The snap, the swing, the trap to deployment. The kick is a jolt and the snare is a pop, a catching every flicker of a biological drop. She don't need a rudder and she don't need a film. When the mylon vibration is a holding the wind. No more a falling and no more a stray. When the steady vibration is a pointing the way. From the anchor to summit to the terminal a high. The secrets of the Zion are the ones in the sky. The drogue deployment, a grab of the sky, a making of the low and a making of the high. A pendulum vibration, a tether London dove, becomes swaying. The square wave melody is sent through a ping-pong belay. Sync to the tempo, the bass line becomes a bimetrum that rises and falls in volume. The fold, the glab, hold,
the fold,
tight,
the go,
wait.
the faith.
The danger is a dancing on the end of a sacred sky. The silk is a spreading, the wisdom is threading. In the woven a mountain and the woven a deep, the daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a heavy and no more a hard. When the parachute pulsation is a play in the car, she's afloat in the mercy, she's afloat in the state. In the fabric, a vessel of the biological a day. It's a cradle, the logic, a drifting a light, a pulsing of the spirit to the biological a night. Parachute pulsation, a rhythm in the nylon, a making of the safety and a making of the Zion, a billowing vibration, a canopy London dove, bouncing at the center of the righteous hub, the blue, the right, parachute pulsation. The kick is a cushion and the snare is a flap, a catching every flicker of a biological nap. She don't need a rocket and she don't need a flame. When the fabric vibration is a calling her name. No more a crushing and no more a strain. When the elastic vibration is a easing the pain. From the billowing a summit to the terminal a high. The secrets of the Zion are the ones in the sky. Parachute pulsation, a rhythm in the nylon, a making of the safety and a making of the Zion, a billowing vibration, a canopy London dove, bouncing at the center of the righteous hub, the blue, the right, parachute pulsation. The music becomes weightless. The sine wave melody is sent through a autopan that circles the listener. The bass line becomes a soft, undulating hum. The vocals are jalonzing, eerie and drifting in the float. Slay, bat, brave, brat. The daughter is a swinging in the hammock of the holy accords. A rhythm in the Nile, and a making of the safety, and a making of the Zion, a billowing vibration, a canopy London dub, bouncing at the center of the righteous hub, the blue, the right, parachute pulsation. Blossom the spirit. The fabric can hear it. The one is a one. The blooming is a done. The mist is a clinging. The wisdom is singing in the damper mountain and the damper deep. The daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a hard and no more a dry. When the dew point zone is a falling from the sky, she's a gathering the mercy, she's a gathering the staying of the liquid, a vessel of the biological a day. It's a saturated logic, a glistening, a light, a beating of the spirit through the biological night. The dew point and a sweat on the shell, a making of the heaven and a making of the hell, a glistening vibration, a Miss London dove, dripping at the center of the righteous hub. The drop, the stop, the cold, the dew point Joe. The kick is a thump and the snare is a drip, a catching every flicker on a biological a trip. She don't need a furnace and she don't need a heat when the moisture vibration is a making it complete. No more a burning and no more a fire when the cooling vibration is a reaching the desire from the dripping a summit to the terminal a low. The secrets of the Zion are the waters that we know. The dew point on a sweat on the shell, a making of the heaven and a making of the hell, a glistening vibration, a Miss London dove, dripping at the center of the righteous hub. The drop, the stop, the cold, the dew point drip, wash, clear. The brothers are coiting the diamonds of the morning are deep. A vapor and velocity solo. The producer uses a stereo delay on the complex with the pattern of falling water. The thump kick descent through a low shell filter. A filter size a sine wave provides a high, pure and unchanging note. The dew point corn, a sweat on the shell, a making of the heaven and a making of the hell. A glistening vibration, a Miss London dove, dripping at the center of the righteous hub. The draw, the stop, the cold, the dew point turn, the dew point turn, a sweat on the shell, a making of the heaven and a making of the hell. A glistening vibration, a Miss London dove, dripping at the center of the righteous heart. The drop, the stop, the cold, the dew pointer, the dew pointer, the dew pointer. Stepping is fate, if the mist can hear it. The one is a one, the cooling is a done. The root is a seeking, the wisdom is peeking. In the darker mountain and the darker deep, the daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a surface and no more a skin. When the soil sample sub starts a digging it in, she's a probing the mercy, she's a probing the stay in the tectonic vessel of the biological a day. So grounded a logic, a buried a light, a tunneling of the spirit through the biological a night. Soil samples of the weight of the crust, a making of the iron and a making of the dust. A basement vibration, a bedrock London dub, anchoring at the center of the righteous hub. The core, the more, the deep, the key. Soil samples of the pick is a boulder and the snare is a grit, a catching every flicker in the bottom of pit. She don't need a satellite, she don't need a beam. When the strata vibration is a joining the dream. No more a lofty and no more a high. When the mineral vibration is a saying goodbye. From the fossil a summit to the terminal a low. The secrets of the Zion are the rocks that we know. Soil samples of the weight of the crust, a making of the iron and the making of the dust. A basement vibration, a bedrock London dub, anchoring at the center of the righteous hub. The core, the more, the deep, the key. Soil samples of the music becomes crushing. The granular bass melody is sent through a distortion pedal that mimics the sound of pressure. The bass line becomes a singular, unmoving wall of sound. The stones, mud, clay, brunt, the daza is Elysian to the silent sermon of the silica.
the bedrock can hear it. The one is a one, the digging is a done.
The hum is a stopping. The wisdom is dropping. In the quieter mountain and the quieter deep, the daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a motor and no more a fan, when the static to silence is a changing the plan. She's a yielding the mercy, she's a yielding the stay, in other still a vessel of the biological a day. It's a peaceful a logic, a fading a light, a stilling of the spirit through the biological a night. Static to silent shift, the cooling of the core, a making of the less and a making of the more, a dormant vibration, a rest London dove, sleeping at the center of the righteous hub. The hush, the rush, the end, the friend, static to silence shift. The kick is a shadow and the snare is a ghost, a catching every flicker of a biological a host. She don't need a battery and she don't need a cell, when the silence vibration is a breaking the spell. No more a working and no more a strain, when the resting vibration is a easing the pain. From the silent to summit to the terminal alone, the secrets of the Zion are the peace that we know. Static to silent shift, the cooling of the core, a making of the less and a making of the more, a dormant vibration, a rest London dove, sleeping at the center of the righteous hub. The hush, the rush, the end, the friend, static to silence shift. The music becomes weightless. The melody is sent through a gated reverb that cuts off instantly, creating pockets of total silence. The bass line becomes a singular dying thrum. The vortals are the slow, its hone and its turret is a pure silent sine wave. Cool, still, rest. The death is a bee conning a statue in the garden of the greater rocks. Static to silent shift, the cooling of the core, a making of the less and a making of the more, a dormant vibration, a rest London dove, sleeping at the center of the righteous hub. The hush, the rush, the end, the friend, static to silent shift. Stilling the spirit, if the valley can hear it. The one is a one, the shifting is a done. asleep, no more sealed and no more tight. When the velocity vent is a setting it right, she's a letting the mercy, she's a letting the stay in the open, a vessel of the biological day. It's a balance, the logic of venting a light, a breathing of the spirit through the biological night. Vertical velocity vent, the sigh of the whole, a making of the void and a making of the full, a pneumatic vibration, a pressure London dove, venting at the center of the righteous hub, the release, the peace, the sigh, the high, vertical velocity vent. A kick is a thump and a snare is a hiss, a catching every flicker of a biological kiss. She don't need a buffer and she don't need a tank when the equal vibration is a breaking the bank. No more a guarded and no more a closed, when the open vibration is a being exposed. From the venting a summit to the terminal a low, the secrets of the Zion are the air that we blow. Vertical velocity vent, the sigh of the hull, a making of the void and a making of the full, a pneumatic vibration, a pressure London dove, venting at the center of the righteous hub, the release, the peace, the sigh, the high, vertical velocity vent. Volume to become the seal. The sign lead melody is sent through a comb filter that makes it sound like air whistling through a narrow gap. The bass line becomes a deep vibrating drone. Breeze, vents, flow, match. The Dana is air releasing the stardust into the valley away. Vertical velocity vent, a sigh of the whole, a making of the void and a making of the full, a pneumatic vibration, a pressure London dove, venting at the center of the righteous hub, the release, the peace, the sigh, the high, vertical velocity vent. Vertical velocity vent, a sigh of the whole, a making of the void and a making of the full, a pneumatic vibration, a pressure London dove, venting at the center of the righteous hub, the release, the peace, the sigh, the high, vertical velocity vent. Venting the spirit, if the valley can, the reality can hear it. If the one is a one, the virgin is a done. wisdom is shading. In the hazy mountain and the hazy deep, the daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a detail and no more a date, when the archive amnesia is a wiping the slate. She's a losing the mercy, she's a losing the stain, and the drifting a vessel of the biological day. It's a vague lodges, a clouding a light, a forgetting of the spirit through the biological night. Ooh, archive amnesia dub, the fog in the mind, a making of the lost and the making of the find. A liminal vibration, a vapor London dub, dissolving at the center of the righteous hub. The blur, the past, archive amnesia dub. Oh, the kick is a memory and the snare is a sigh, a catching every flicker of a biological lie. She don't need a record and she don't need a log, when the hazy vibration is a clearing the fog. No more a certain and no more a sure, when the fading vibration is a making her pure. From the misty a summit to the terminal a low, the secrets of the Zion are the things we don't know. Oh, archive amnesia dub, the fog in the mind, a making of the lost and the making of the find. A liminal vibration, a vapor London dub, dissolving at the center of the righteous hub. The blur, the past, archive amnesia dub. The music becomes unstable. The big note melody is sent through a fibrous shifter that makes it wobble like a heat haze. The bass line becomes a soft breathing pulse, the vote delivered in a slow, fragmenting, overlapping whisper. Slip, flee, lost, gone. The daunt is a trading the cold facts for the warm their feelings. A vapor London dub, dissolving at the center of the righteous hub. The blur, the past, archive amnesia dub. Oh, forgetting the steer, archive amnesia dub. The poet can hear it, archive amnesia dub. The one is away, archive amnesia dub. Clear it is a red. Deep, the daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a binary and no more a bit, when the biological interface is a matching the fit. She's a sensing the mercy, she's a sensing the state, in the hybrid a vessel of the biological day. It's a pattern, a logic, a weaving a light, a sinking of the spirit through the biological night. Biological interface, echo the ghost in the leaf, a making of the fact and a making of the belief, a symbiotic vibration, a signal the spirit. If the forest can hear it, the one is a one, the echoing is a done. And the bite to deep. The daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a server and no more a store. When the data dumped to dust is a hitting the floor. She's a scattering the mercy, she's a scattering the stain of the vapor, a vessel of the biological a day. It's a granular ashes, a breaking a light, a dusting of the spirit through the biological a night. Dum to dust, the unmaking of the code, a making of the garden and the making of the road, a dissolving vibration, a particle undone, spreading at the center of the righteous hub. The great to dust. The kick is a click and the snare is a puff, a catch in every flicker when the data is enough. She don't need a silicon, she don't need a chip. When the atom vibration is a starting to slip, no more a solid and no more a bone. When the particle vibration is a seeding the ground, from the binary a summit to the terminal low, the secrets of the Zion are the dust that we blow. Dum to dust, the unmaking of the code, a making of the garden and the making of the road, a dissolving vibration, a particle undone, spreading at the center of the righteous hub. The grain, the bit, dum to dust. Run, dust, gone. The darkness A turning her cold dartle into the warm dirt of the valley. Uses a sample rate reducer on the entire track, making the sound grow grittier and more low. The one is a one. The emptying, is it done? The lungs are a filling. The wisdom is willing. In the forest, a mountain, and the forest, a deep. The daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a tank and no more a trace. When the first breath filter is a touching the face, she's a tasting the mercy, she's a tasting the stay. In the oxygen vessel of the biological a day. It's a sensory, a logic, a breathing, a light, a tasting of the spirit through the biological night. First breath filled of the rush of the green, a making of the known and a making of the seen, a respiratory vibration, a valley London dub, feeding at the center of the righteous hub. The well, the air, the breath, first breath filter. The kick is a heart and the snare is a lead, a catching every flicker of a biological belief. She don't need a sensor and she don't need a probe. When the living vibration is a touching the lobe. No more sterile and no more cold. When the organic vibration is a taking the hold. From the breathing, the summit to the terminal alone. The secrets of the Zion are the air that we know. First breath filled of the rush of the green, a making of the known and a making of the seen, a respiratory vibration, a valley land and dub, feeding at the center of the righteous hub. The grill, the air, first breath filter. Sweet, cool, cream, full, live the daughter as a tinking the end at this like a sacred oil. Pollen and pulse, solo the producer uses a watt filter on a soft guitar skank. The heart kick is layered with the sound of a real heartbeat recording, a synthesizer float provides a light, fluttering melody that mimics a butterfly. First breath filled of the rush of the green, a making of the known and a making of the seen, a respiratory vibration, a valley London she's a done. Turning, the wisdom is earning. In the metal a mountain and the metal a deep, the daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a capsule and no more a cage. When the hatch seal hisses a turn in the page, she's a breathing the mercy, she's a breathing the stay. In a the open a portal of the biological a day. It's a balanced logic of venting a life, a hissing of the spirit through the biological at night. Hat seal hiss, dub, the crack in the wall, a making of the rise and a making of the fall. A thematic vibration, a threshold and a nub, opening at the center of the righteous hub. To see the heal, to hiss the bliss. Hatch seal hiss dub. A kick is a clunk and the snare is a breath, a catch in every flicker of a biological death. She don't need a shielding and she don't need a plate. When the equal vibration is unlocking the gate, no more protected and no more abound. When the opening vibration is a touch in the sound. From the metal a summit to the terminal alone, secrets of the Zion are the winds that we blow. Hatch seal hiss dub, the crack in the wall, a making of the rise and a making of the fall. A thematic vibration, a threshold on the dub, opening at the center of the righteous hub. To seal the heal, the hiss, hatch seal hiss dub. Rap, breathe, light, new. The doctors is smelling the oxygen of the bronster baby. The producer uses a granular delay on the hiss snare, turn it into a cloud of tiny sparkling eclicks. The clunk kick is sent to a hall river. The synthesizer barina provides a soft bird-like melody that feels hesitant but curious. Hatch seal hiss dub, the crack in the wall, a making of the rise and a making of the fall. A thematic vibration, a threshold London dove, opening at the center of the righteous hub. To see the heal, the hiss, the hiss, hatch seal hiss dub, rocking the stairs. If the outside can shield, the one is a one. is a spreading. The wisdom is threading. In the woven a mountain and the woven a deep. The daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a heavy and no more a hard. When the parachute pulsation is a play in the car. She's afloat in the mercy, she's afloat in the state. In the fabric, a vessel of the biological a day. It's a cradle, the logic, adrift in a light, a pulsing of the spirit to the biological a night. Parachute pulsation, a rhythm in the nylon, a making of the safety and a making of the Zion, a billowing vibration, a canopy London dub, bouncing at the center of the righteous hub, the blue, the right, parachute pulsation. The kick is a cushion and the snare is a flap, a catching every flicker of a biological nap. She don't need a rocket and she don't need a flame. When the fabric vibration is a calling her name. No more a crushing and no more a strain. When the elastic vibration is a easing the pain. From the billowing a summit to the terminal a high. The secrets of the Zion are the ones in the sky. Parachute pulsation, a rhythm in the nylon, a making of the safety and a making of the Zion, a billowing vibration, a canopy London dub, bouncing at the center of the righteous hub, the blue, the right, parachute pulsation. The music becomes weightless. The sine wave melody is sent through a autopalm that circles the listener. The bass line becomes a soft, undulating hum. The vocals are jalonzing, eerie and drifting in the float. Slay, bat, brave, brat. The daughter is a swinging in the hammock of the holy accords. can hear it. The one is a one, the blooming is a done. The root is a seeding, the wisdom is peeking. In the dark, a mountain and the dark, a deep. The daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a surface and no more a skin. When the soil samples up, starts digging it in. She's a probe in the mercy, she's a probe in the stay. In the tectonic vessel of the biological a day. It's a grounded, a logic, a buried, a light, a tunneling of the spirit through the biological night. Soil samples of the weight of the crust, a making of the iron and a making of the dust. A basement vibration, a bedrock London dub, anchoring at the center of the righteous hub. The core, the key, soil sample sub. The kick is a boulder, and the snare is a grit, a catch in every flicker in the bottom of pit. She don't need a satellite, she don't need a beam. When the strata vibration is a join in the dream. No more a lofty and no more a high. When the mineral vibration is a saying goodbye. From the fossil summit to the terminal low, the secrets of the Zion are the rocks that we know. Soil samples of the weight of the crust, a making of the iron and a making of the dust. A basement vibration, a bedrock London dub, anchoring at the center of the righteous hub. The core, the key, soil sample sub. The music becomes crushing. The granular bass melody is sent through a distortion pedal that mimics the sound of pressure. The bass line becomes a singular, unmoving wall of sound. The rotals are the livity and geological. Stone,
The bone,
mud,
the blood,
clay,
the same,
root.
the truth.
The kata is a lesson to the silent, a sermon of the silica. A magma and magnet solo. The producer uses a resonant filter to make the sub-bass sweep slowly. From 20 heads to 60 heads, the gravel snare is sent through a dark plate ribbon. A synthesizer chills, a variable ramp, a beat melody that feels 1,000 years old. Soil samples are the weight of the crust, a making of the iron and a making of the dust. A basement vibration, a bedrock London dub, anchoring at the center of the righteous hub. The core, the deep, soil sample sub. Grounding the spirit of the bedrock can hear it.
The one is a one. The digging is a done.
The hand is a stopping. The wisdom is dropping in the quieter mountain and the quieter deep. The daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a motor and no more a fan. When the static to silence is a changing the plan. She's a yielding the mercy, she's a yielding the stay, in the still a vessel of the biological day. It's a peaceful logic, a fading of light, a stilling of the spirit through the biological night. Static to silent shift, the cooling of the core, a making of the less and a making of the more. A dormant vibration, a rest London dub, sleeping at the center of the righteous hub. The hush, the rush, the end, the friend, static to silent shift. The kick is a shadow and the snare is a ghost, a catching every flicker of a biological host. She don't need a battery and she don't need a cell. When the silence vibration is a breaking the spell. No more a working and no more a strain. When the resting vibration is a easing the pain. From the silent summit to the terminal alone, the secrets of the Zion are the peace that we know. Static to silent shift, the cooling of the core, a making of the less and a making of the more. A dormant vibration, a rest London dub, sleeping at the center of the righteous hub. The hush, the rush, the end, the friend, static to silent shift. Still, rest. The dartle is a beaconing, a statue in the garden of the greater root. Starting to silence, the cooling of the core, a making of the less and a making of the more. A dormant vibration, a rest London dub, sleeping at the center of the righteous hub. The hush, the rush, the end, the friend, static to silent shift. Static to silence, the cooling of the core, a making of the less and a making of the more. A dormant vibration, a rest London dub, sleeping at the center of the righteous hub. The hush, the rush, the end, the friend, static to silent shift. Stilling is still, the valley can hear it. The one is a one, the shifting is done. daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more arid and no more dry when the dew point dim is a falling from the sky. She's a gathering the mercy, she's a gathering the stay in the liquid, a vessel of the biological day. It's a saturated logic, a glistening light, a beating of the spirit through the biologic canon night. The dew point on the sweat on the shell, a making of the heaven and a making of the hell, a glistening vibration, a Miss London dub, dripping at the center of the righteous hub. The drop,
The stop,
the cold,
the gold,
the dew point out. The kick is a thump and the snare is a drip, a catching every flicker on a biological trip. She don't need a furnace and she don't need a heat when the moisture vibration is a making it complete. No more a burning and no more a fire when the cooling vibration is a reaching the desire. From the dripping the summit to the terminal low, the secrets of the Zion are the waters that we know. The dew point here, the sweat on the shell, a making of the heaven and a making of the hell, a glistening vibration, a Miss London dub, dripping at the center of the righteous hub. The drop,
the stop,
the cold,
the gold,
the dew point here.
leave the lip,
Dip,
the lip,
wash,
the hush,
clear.
the rear,
The laughter is a striking, the silence of the Bible is good. A vapor and velocity solo, the producer uses a stereo delay on the drip snare, creating a complex wet mix pattern of falling water. The thump hit the send to a low shelf filter, a synthesizer sine wave provides a high, pure and unchanging note. The dew point there, the sweat on the shell, a making of the heaven and a making of the hell, a glistening vibration, a Miss London dub, dripping at the center of the righteous hub. The drop,
the stop,
the cold,
the gold,
the dew point gold. The dew point gold. The dew point gold.
the dew point jar, the dew point jar,
The dew point
the dew point jar, the dew point jar.
dripping the spirit. If the mist can hear it, the one is a one, the cooling is a done. The snap is a coming. The wisdom is becoming. In the swing in a mountain and the swing in a deep, the daughter is a waking of the biological asleep. No more a tumbling and no more a spin when the drug to deployment is a pulling it in. She's a tender launching, a balancing a light, a swinging of the spirit through the biological night. The drone to deployment, a grab of the sky, a making of the low and a making of the high, a pendulum vibration, a tether London dove, hooking at the center of the righteous heart. The snap, the swing, the drop to deployment. The kick is a jolt and the snare is a pop, a catching every flicker of a biological drop. She don't need a rudder and she don't need a fin when the nylon vibration is a hold in the wind. No more a falling and no more a stray when the steady vibration is a pointing the way from the under the summit to the terminal high. The secrets of the Zion are the ones in the sky. The drugs you deploy, a grab of the sky, a making of the low and a making of the high, a pendulum vibration, a tether London dove, hooking at the center of the righteous heart. The snap,
The trap,
the swing,
the wing,
the drop to deployment. Right. Whoa. Dropped. Wait. The daughter is a dancing on the end of a sacred string. catching every flicker of a biological thing. She don't need a thruster and she don't need a prop. When the ankle vibration is making a stop, no more a weightless and no more a thin. When the heavy vibration is a pulling her in. From the iron summit to the terminal low, the secrets of the Zion are the steps that we go. The gravity gate steppers a march on the mud, a making of the bone and the making of the blood, a tectonic vibration, a ground London dub, walking at the center of the righteous hub. The step,
The breath,
the weight,
the faith,
the gravity gate steppers. The music becomes strained, the diaboon melody is sent through a bit crusher that mirrors the sound of joints straining. The bass line becomes a singular vibrating drone that feels like it's vibrating through the floorboards. Lift,
lift,
press,
less,
hold,
above,
walk.
walk,
The altar is the pillar in the entire reggae sky of Former's fuller. The gravity gate steppers a march on the mud, a making of the bone and the making of the blood, a tectonic vibration, a ground London dub, walking at the center of the righteous hub. The step,
the breath,
the weight,
the faith,
the gravity gate steppers. The gravity gate steppers a march on the mud, a making of the bone and the making of the blood, a tectonic vibration, a ground London dub, walking at the center of the righteous hub. The step,
the breath,
the weight,
the faith,
the gravity gate steppers. Step in the spirit,
the gravity gate steppers,
if the soil can hear it.
the gravity gate steppers,
The grounding is a one. The grounding is a done. The circle is a turning. The wisdom is discerning. In the longer mountain and the longer deep, the daughter is a waking of the biological asleep. No more a tunnel and no more a trace. When the horizon scan is a show in the face, she's a map in the mercy, she's a map in the stay, in the panoramic vessel of the biological day. It's a visual, a logic, a stretching, a light, a scanning of the spirit through the biological night. The horizon scan him, the edge of the eye, a making of the earth and a making of the sky, a panoramic vibration, a vista London dub, watching at the center of the righteous hub. The view, the far star, the horizon scan him. The kick is a beacon and the snare is a shimmer, a catching every flicker of a biological glimmer. She don't need a border and she don't need a line, when the limitless vibration is a feeling divine. No more a narrow and no more a small, when the infinite vibration is a holding it all. From the purple a summit to the terminal a low, the secrets of the Zion are the distance we know. The horizon scan, the edge of the eye, a making of the earth and a making of the sky, a panoramic vibration, a vista London dome. 60-degree dub. The music becomes infinite. The organ melody is sent through a ping-pong delay that travels in a perfect circle around the listener's head. The bass line becomes a majestic climbing sequence of Oquin, soaring in open trout. See why clear by the here one. The battle is I see in the promised land from the coast to the coast. In the Fangala mountain and the Fangala deep, the daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more signal and no more a tower, when the mycelium network is a giving the power. She's a toast in the mercy, she's a toast in the stay, you know the root of vessel of the biological day. It's a filamental logic, a web of light, a linking of the spirit through the biological and I. The mycelium network toast, a handshake in the soil, a making of the fruit and a making of the toil, a high-pitched vibration, a rhizome London dub, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The three, the link, the mycelium network toast. The kick is a clapper, watching every flicker of a biological awake. She don't need a rotor and she don't need a hub. When the spore vibration is adjoining the club, no more a lonely and no more a one. When the network vibration is a getting it done. From the tangle, the summit to the terminal alone. The secrets of the Zion are the roots that we grow. The mycelium network toast, a handshake in the soil, a making of the fruits and the making of the toil. A high-key vibration, a rhizome London dove, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The thread, the link, the mycelium network toast. Everything, the time, roots, the Dute the Yajing has secrets through the veins of the forest to flow. The mycelium network toast, a handshake in the soil, a making of the fruits and a making of the toil. A high-key vibration, a rhizome London dove, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The thread, the link, the mycelium network toast, toasting the spirit. If the hyphy can hear it, the one is a one, connecting is a done. The clouds are a parting, the wisdom is starting. In the greener mountain and the greener deep, the daughter is awakening of the biological sleep. No more a vacuum and no more a void. When the troposphere toast is a being employed, she's a sea in the river, she's a sea in the tree, in the oxygen vessel of the biological we. It's a living a logic, a breathing a light, a toasting of the spirit through the biological night. The troposphere toast, a welcome to the clay, a making of the night and a making of the day. A biosphere vibration, a jungle London dove, grounding at the center of the righteous hub. The land, the end, the brain, the day, the troposphere toast. One for the meadow and two for The one is so one, a returning is so done.